Namaste, everyone. Welcome to Flowing with Crystal. For today's flow, I do have 2 blocks with me. You do not necessarily need them for this practice. However, I will be demonstrating how you can use the blocks in some of the postures that I have planned for us today. So if you love blocks, go ahead and grab them. If not, we'll get started in a nice, comfortable seated position. Grounding down through our sit bones in our Sukhasana. Finding that nice long spine, having the shoulders away from the ears and slightly drawn together. You can take a few moments, maybe putting a pause on the video to check in, do a body scan. Notice how you are feeling physically, mentally, emotionally. Become present on your mat. You can set an intention for your practice. And then maybe you find that 3-part breath. Inhaling through your belly, your rib cage, your chest. And then exhale your chest, rib cage, and belly. And when you're ready to begin, on your next inhale, let's lift our arms up towards the sky, having a big ball of energy between your hands. On an exhale, drop the right hand to the mat. Let's lean over to the right, getting a side stretch in the left side of our body. Grounding down through the sit bones. Maybe you roll the left shoulder back, lifting your chest up towards the sky. Hold for the inhale. Exhale, coming right back up to center. We're going to take an inhale in center. And then exhale, you can drop the left hand to the mat and lean to the left. If you'd like to place a block, or maybe you bring the forearm down, getting a deeper stretch in that right side. Rolling the shoulder back, lifting the chest and the gaze up towards the sky. Hold for the inhale. And then exhale, coming right back up to center. We're going to take an inhale in center. Then exhale, the left hand's going to go to the right knee. Right arm's going to kick back. We're coming into spinal twists. So inhale to sit up nice and tall first, like pulling a string from the crown of your head. And then exhale, twisting from the belly, then the rib cage, and then your chest. And maybe you take the gaze over the right shoulder. Hold for the inhale. Exhale to unravel, inhaling the arms up, and then exhale your right hand to the left knee. Again, sitting up nice and tall first, finding the long spine, and then exhale, you're twisting from your belly, then the ribs, and then your chest. Taking that gaze over the left shoulder. Holding for an inhale. Exhale to release, coming back to center. And now we're going to make our way to our tabletop position. So grounding down through the hands and the knees. If you would like, you can always place your hands underneath the blocks to help bring the ground closer. We're going to find the nice long spine. Tuck of the tailbone, pull the belly in towards your spine to engage your core. I'm pushing the mat away or the blocks, and my gaze is between my hands. On an inhale, lower your belly. Take your gaze up to the sky for your cow pose. Exhale, round it out, chin to chest for cat. Inhale for cow. And exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. One more time. Let's inhale for cow. And exhale for cat. Finding the long spine, neutral tabletop position. You can begin to make circles with your hips, figure eights, moving in between your cat-cows. Anything that would feel good to you in this moment. Remembering to stay connected to that breath. And then whatever direction that you are going, take it back the other way. We're going to wake up all the areas of our body. When you are complete, coming back to that neutral tabletop position. On an inhale, let's reach that right arm up to the sky. Now bend into the elbow, bringing those fingers behind your ears. Inhale, lifting that elbow up a little bit higher. Exhale to bring that elbow to your left thumb. Inhale to rise back up. Exhale to bring it to your thumb. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale to bring it down. Inhale to lift up. Reach the right hand up towards the sky. And now exhale, we're going to thread the needle, bringing that right shoulder down to the mat. You can reach your left arm out in front of you, getting a nice deeper stretch. Let's hold for an inhale. Exhale, bring that left hand by your face. Inhale your right arm back up towards the sky. Exhale, right hand to the mat, tabletop pose. Now let's inhale that left arm up towards the sky. Again, bend into the elbow, bringing those fingers behind your ears. Take an inhale, lifting that elbow up higher. Exhale, bring that elbow to your right thumb. Inhale up and exhale, thumb. Inhale up and exhale to the thumb. This time, inhale up, reach your left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, thread it through, bringing the left shoulder to the mat now. If you'd like to reach that right arm out, getting a deeper stretch. Let's hold for the inhale. Exhale, bringing that hand back to your face. Inhale your left arm back up to the sky for that counter stretch. Exhale, hand to the mat, tabletop pose. Now let's stretch out that right foot, tucking the toe. You can rock back and forth, getting a nice little calf stretch in. You're going to lift your right leg, Toes are going to be pointed down, so flexing through that back heel as if you're kicking a wall away from you. Now find your core, now find your balance, engage your core. Reach your left hand out in front of you for your bird dog pose. Let's take a round of breath here. On your next inhale, let's lengthen. Exhale to crunch, elbow to knee. Inhale to reach out. Exhale to crunch. Inhale, reaching out. And exhale to crunch. One more time. Inhale to reach out. Exhale to bring it in. Inhale to reach out. Bring your left hand back to the mat. Bend into the right knee and bring that right knee behind your left knee. So if you look down, you're making a V with your feet. Now you're going to sit back in between those feet, coming into cow face. So if this is too much and you're like, oh, I can't do it, take the block. Sit up on the block. There it is. So we're going to take an inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, we'll drop the right hand. Let's lean to the right. Inhale to come back up to center. Exhale, bringing those hands back to the mat. Right leg comes back to its neutral position, tabletop pose. Stretching out the left foot, tucking the toe, and rocking back and forth. Now let's lift the left leg. Toes are pointed down, so flexing through that foot. Engage your core. Reach that right arm out in front of you. Take a round of breath here in your bird dog pose. On an inhale, lengthen, lifting the leg, lifting the arm. Exhale, crunch, elbow to knee. Inhale to reach. Exhale to crunch. Inhale, reaching out. Exhale, bringing it in. One more time. Inhale to reach out. Exhale to bring it in. Inhale to reach out. Right hand plants to the mat. Bend into the left knee, placing it right behind your right. Making a V with your feet and your legs, sitting back in between for your cow face. Again, using the block to sit if you need to. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, let's drop the left hand now. Lean to the left, side stretch in the right side. Hold for the inhale. Exhale to come back to center. Arms are going to come down to the mat, uncrossing the left leg, finding tabletop position. Now let's tuck all 10 toes, lift your knees, send your hips high. Find your first downward facing dog. So begin to just pedal it out here in your down dog. Grounding down through one heel and then the other. Another modification for your down dog is always to use the blocks, bringing the ground closer to you. Head is hanging heavy, gaze is at your feet. You can rise up on your tippy toes. Exhale to ground down through the heels. Inhale to come up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale up on those toes. Exhale to ground down through the heels. Now let's find some stillness in our down dog for one round of breath. On your next inhale, let's lift the right leg up towards the sky, pointing the toe. Exhale, stepping it through right between your hands, finding runner's lunge. Again, if your hands are on the blocks, your foot is going right in between. Take an inhale in runner's lunge. Exhale to drop your left knee, untuck the toe. Inhale up for your low lunge. So we're going to tuck that tailbone, feeling that deep stretch in the left side. Take an inhale to lengthen. Exhale, sinking down deeper into the hip. Hold for the inhale. Exhale, bringing your hands to the block or to the mat. Shift those hips back. Right toes pop up, finding half split. With the blocks, you can bring them closer to you. You want to find the long spine. And we're not dumping into our left hip. Hips are square, right toes are pointed up. Hold for the inhale. Exhale, if you got blocks, move them forward, coming back into that low lunge. Now let's tuck the left toe, lift the knee, pivot that back foot 45 degrees. We're going to rise up, finding warrior one. So taking an inhale with that big ball of energy between your hands, reaching up. Exhale, sinking down in the hip. Hold for the inhale. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Left foot is now parallel to the back of the mat. Right foot is facing forward. My gaze is over my right hand. Take an inhale. Exhale, sink down deeper into that hip. Flip your right palm. Inhale, reaching forward. Exhale, finding peaceful warrior. Let's hold for an inhale. Exhale, straighten that front leg. Keep leaning back, getting a side stretch in. Hold for the inhale. Exhale to bring those arms out to a T. We're coming into triangle. So if you want to heel toe that back foot in a little bit, kick out the left hip. Pop. Inhale, reach that right arm forward as if you're trying to touch that wall that's in front of you. And then on an exhale, dropping that right hand to the mat, to the block. Left arm goes up to the sky. Now roll the left shoulder back. Should be feeling like a piece of bread going in the toaster. Let's hold for the inhale. Exhale, start bringing that left hand down. We're going to pivot the left foot forward, coming into pyramid. So hips are square. All 10 toes are pointed forward. Using the blocks to find that long spine. So take an inhale. And then exhale, you're hinging at your hips, pulling the belly in and allowing the head to fall. So my gaze is at my left foot. Head is hanging heavy. If you would like, you can kick up those right toes, getting a nice calf stretch in along with the hamstring. Hold for the inhale. Exhale, lower those right toes if they're lifted. You're going to start bending into that right knee, finding runner's lunge. Left hand stays down, right arm reaches up to the sky, dragonfly twist. You can drop your back knee if you would like, still reaching up towards the sky. Hold for an inhale. Exhale, bringing that hand to the mat. Lifting the left leg, you're stepping back to your plank. Move through vinyasa, so inhale for plank, exhale for chaturanga. Inhale for your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So let's take a round of breath here in down dog. On your next inhale, let's lift that left leg towards the sky, pointing the toe. Exhale, we're going to step it through right between our hands, finding that runner's lunge, having our blocks there if we need them. Now drop the right leg, untuck the toe, inhale, arms up for your low lunge. Again, tuck that tailbone. You'll feel that deep stretch in the right thigh. Take an inhale to lengthen. Exhale, sink down deeper. Hold for the inhale. Exhale to plant your hands on those blocks or the mat. We're going to shift those hips back. Left toes point up. Slide those blocks back close to your hips if you need them. Finding the long spine. Not dumping into our right hip. Hips are square, toes are pointed up. Hold for an inhale. Exhale, coming back forward into that low lunge. You're going to tuck the toe, lift the knee, pivot that back foot down 45 degrees, rise up, finding warrior one. So taking an inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale to sink down deeper. Hold for an inhale. Exhale, open up, warrior two. So now my right foot is completely parallel to the back of the mat. Left toes are pointed forward. My gaze is over my left hand. Shoulders are active. Take an inhale. And exhale, sink down deeper. Inhale, reach forward, flip the left palm. Exhale, finding peaceful warrior. Inhale, reaching back, lengthening the spine. Exhale, sinking down. Now inhale to straighten that front leg. Keep leaning back though, getting a nice side stretch. Inhale to come up, finding those T-arms. You can heel toe that back foot in a little bit if you need to. Kick out the right hip now. Going into triangle. So I'm going to reach forward first as far as I can go. And then exhale, I'm bringing my hand to that block, to my ankle, to the mat. Roll the right shoulder back. Take that gaze up to your right hand. Hold for the inhale. Exhale, bring that right arm down, squaring the hips, turning those right feet forward. So 10 toes are pointed forward, hips are facing the top of the mat. I'm going to take an inhale to lengthen my spine. And then exhale, hinging at my hips, pulling my belly in, finding my pyramid pose. Taking my gaze to my right foot. Head is hanging heavy. If you did on the other side, you can lift up those left toes, getting that deep stretch in all the way to the calf, to the hamstring. Let's hold for an inhale. Exhale, lowering the left toes, bending into that left knee, finding that runner's lunge. Keeping that right hand planted down, lift your left arm up to the sky. Dragonfly twist. You did it on the other side. You can always drop the right knee, still twisting. Hold for the inhale. Exhale to frame that left foot, stepping back to your plank, taking an inhale for plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a round of breath here in down dog. On your next inhale, let's start bending into our knees. Take them out wide to mat width distance. Sit those glutes back on your heels and find child's pose. So if you want to feel this more in your hips, have your knees out wide. If you want to feel it in your lower back, keeping the knees together. Taking one more round of breath here in your child's pose. On your next inhale, begin to lift your chest. Walk those hands back towards your knees. We're going to make our way to our bottoms, coming down onto our back. So sliding more towards the front of your mat, making sure that you have space behind you. Keeping a nice bend in your knees. Reach your arms out in front of you. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly start lowering yourself down to your back with control, one vertebrae at a time. Coming all the way down. We're going to bend into our knees more, making those shins parallel to the ceiling. Arms are going to come out to a T. Take an inhale. Exhale, let both legs fall over to the left. Making sure your knees are stacked on top of the other. You can use your left hand to ground that right knee down in place. Then on every exhale, you're rolling that right shoulder closer to the mat. And maybe you take your gaze to your right hand. One more round of breath here. On your next inhale, engage that core. Bring those legs up to center. And then exhale, let them fall over to the left. Again, making sure knees are stacked on top of the other. Taking your right hand, placing it on top of your left knee to keep it in place. And then every exhale, I'm rolling my left shoulder closer to the mat, taking my gaze to the left hand. On your next inhale, engage that core, bringing your legs up to center. Knees come close to the chest, hands grab the outside edges of your feet, finding happy baby. So heels point up towards the sky. You're plugging those knees in towards your armpits. You can play around in your happy baby. You can rock from side to side. You can extend one leg out at a time. Maybe you extend both legs out if that feels good. You're holding in your happy baby. Maybe press that sacrum part of your body, so the flat spot between the tailbone and your lower back. Pushing that to the ground, and then see how that changes your stretch. One more round of breath here in happy baby. Hold for the inhale. Exhale, allow those feet to fall to the mat. Knees are still up high. And you begin to windshield wiper those legs back and forth. Taking the next 3 to 5 minutes for your Shavasana. A nice little Shavasana assist, especially if you have blocks, is you're going to place the block in between your shoulder blades. This is going to help lift your chest, placing it in between your shoulder blades, and then the second block is going to be used for your head. So a nice little elevated Shavasana, lifting your chest up higher to the sky. Taking a few more moments to yourself to relax your body and your mind, and to thank yourself for moving today. Thank you for flowing with me. Namaste.